Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I am your host, Chris Shanafel, and I am now joined by 2014 NFL Draft prospect, wide receiver out of Eastern Illinois University, Erik Lora. Thanks so much for joining the show, Erik. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Chris.
Hey, the pleasure is mine. So, just to give you a heads up, Erik, we're gonna be talking about your football career, and I just want to start this interview off by asking, coming out of high school, I know you're a Florida guy. Why did you decide to travel down to the Midwest and attend Eastern Illinois?
With all the talent that there is in South Florida, it's hard to kind of get lost and I only had a couple FCS scholarships, and most FBS schools told me to be a preferred walk-on and stuff. So, I took a visit to Eastern Illinois, and I really liked the feel of the town, and the coaches were giving me an opportunity to play as a freshman. I just really liked everything that they were giving to me. So, I committed, and I'm glad I did.
How long did it take for you to get used to this bipolar weather we have here in Illinois?
It's not too different from Florida. I mean, in Miami it'll be sun, and then in about 10-15 minutes it'll be a torrential pour. So, the change in drastic weather isn't too bad. It's more of the cold, and again, my family used to always take me on vacations and stuff. So I don't mind the cold. I actually enjoy it.
Now, Erik, you said you had the honor to play as a freshman in 2009. You were actually able to play in all 12 games, and you recorded 23 catches for over 300 yards and a pair of touchdowns that season. Any chance you could tell us about that very first college football touchdown you recorded?
It was against SEMO, I think the third or fourth game of the season, and they had me in a role that I was playing on the inside, and they just called my name, and we were like on the 10-yard line in the red zone, and I did a crossing route in the back of the end zone, and I was wide open. Jake Christensen, the transfer quarterback from Iowa, just put it on me, and it was a catch, touchdown, and I don't know, just the same old thing as the usual. Touchdown, go to the bench, get ready for the next series.
Hey, that sounds great. Now, in 2010, you became the starting wide receiver for the EIU Panthers, and you led the team with 50 receptions. And in 2011, you actually missed the entire season. Can you just tell us a little bit about, why that was and how tough it was to sit on the sidelines for an entire year? I got to think, you're really hungry to get back on the field.
No question, it was tough sitting there and watching my team, perform. And I was out due to a hip injury that I had gotten in the spring. And we kind of waited on the surgery, and I played through it to the spring, and then we got it in the summer. And I was kind of back by the third game of the season, but my coaches told me to shut it down, just redshirt, save it, since I didn't as a freshman. But I remember the first game. It was actually against Illinois State. And, I was sitting in the stands for some reason because, it was a packed game, didn't have enough room on the sideline, or, I don't know, there was some sort of thing going on, and I just had an eerie feeling, and I told myself I would never watch a football game like that I should be involved in the stands again. So, it really drove me and pushed me to become the player I am.
And I see that must have had a huge impact in the type of season you had in 2012, as you set a FCS single-season record with 136 receptions. How were you able to manage to do that?
Well, we got some new coaches in, and they brought the Baylor offense in, so more of that up-tempo spread offense. And, it just gave me more opportunities. It's not that I was that much better one season than the other. It gave me more opportunities to show my talents, and I took advantage of them, and just doing my part for the team to win some games.
21 receptions. 21 receptions against Murray State. I mean, is it safe to say that was the best or the most impact you've had in a college football game?
Oh, no question. I mean, I think we set a record or some sort of OVC record about how many plays we did and the points we put up, and I couldn't agree more that, that was definitely the game where I had the most impact. I had, 21 catches, I had 3 touchdowns, 269 yards or something like that. And it just pretty much every drive felt like it went through me, and that was one of the most memorable times in my college football.
All right, now, Erik, after putting up 136 receptions for over 1,600 yards and 12 touchdowns, what exactly were your expectations entering this past season?
Again, it was all team. I didn't really have an expectation for my role. I knew my role in the offense would play itself out. I did set an individual goal for having over 100 catches. I really wanted to get into that triple digit, but it was all about a national championship, and obviously repeating the OVC and really becoming that national championship team.
And how would you describe this past season for yourself and the Eastern Illinois Panthers? I mean, I know you guys took a tough loss at home against Towson in the quarterfinals, but you can't say that this season was a failure, can you?
In the eyes of the players, we can say it's a little bit of a failure. We sat there in and out every day and spoke about national championships and all the work we put in and, the potential that we all had. Unfortunately, it ended short at Towson, and I mean, the weather doesn't help very much, but, they played in the same weather, and from the outside, yeah, it doesn't look like a failure. We're probably one of the best teams in Eastern history, OVC history probably, and it sucks to, hear everyone say that, yeah, you had a great season, but really our expectations were so much higher that it's hard not to think of it as a failure.
Hey, Erik, talk about your quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Just like you, he has had a hell of a college football career at Eastern Illinois and is going down as one of the best. What was it like to catch touchdowns from Jimmy G?
I mean, the kid's a stud, no question about it. Has the fastest release in the nation. FBS, FCS level doesn't matter what you're talking about. He's pinpoint accurate. He has a good long ball. He puts it in there when he has to, and he just runs the offense really well. And he's the commander out there. And there's no that can be said about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Chris Shanfeld talking with 2014 NFL draft prospect out of Eastern Illinois, wide receiver Erik Lora. And Erik, you're ranked the 40th best wide receiver out of all 433 of them that'll be entering the 2014 NFL draft. Now, that's according to NFLDraftScout.com. Do you pay attention to anything like that, where you're ranked and where people have you going in their mock drafts?
It's funny you ask that. That thing fluctuates daily and weekly, and who knows how they really put those rankings. So I've been as high as 19 before, and I dropped to 22, and then back to 21, and then up to 32, no, I don't pay any of those attentions. None of those guys are going to draft me, and none of those guys are going to pay my bills when I'm in the NFL. So no, all I need is one team to like me, and I'm going to get that chance and make the most of it.
That's absolutely right, Erik. I love the attitude. And, this past weekend, you were able to play in the East-West Shrine game along with your guy, quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. How was that experience? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the experience of going down there, back down to my home state and playing football. And, I had like 50 or 60 of my friends and family come up and watch me play. And, it just felt like home again. And, obviously visiting the kids in the hospital was an experience, and it makes you feel so blessed, and they enjoy everything that you do for them, and simple tasks just as walking and basketball, and it's an accomplishment to them, and it really puts it into perspective for us as athletes that the Shrine game has a saying, strong legs run so weak legs can walk, and it really was about that, and it's just more than a game, no question.
Any chance you were able to talk to any scouts down there, and if so, what were they saying about you?
I did. I talked to, I think, like 25 or 26 out of the 32 teams, and they were everywhere. They asked all sorts of family background questions, GPA, what I studied in school, what type of offense this, that. They ask about everything, and I think they're just really down there to get a feel for you as a person and as a player, and they all said, obviously I had a successful career, but you never really know if they're interested or not. They feed the same stuff to every kid. So, I'm just can't really worry about anything I can't control. I'm just going to go out there, play football, do what I've been doing, and hopefully it works out for the best.
Erik, when did you find out that the NFL can not only be a dream, but it could become a reality?
Well, it was my dream since I was 5 years old. There's no question about that. All I ever wanted to be was a professional football player. And after my junior year, I had a couple games that I really stood out, and I noticed that if it could keep up like this, I might have a shot at the NFL. And all I did was set my mind. I worked harder than I ever did, and I just pushed through all those little things that used to make me say, maybe you just skip this rep, or maybe this workout, you're tired, maybe you shouldn't go that hard. And, I just pushed through all that stuff, and it's really paid off.
Hey, Erik, just a few more questions, then I'll let you go. I really do appreciate your time, man, and I'll go ahead and ask you, if you would compare yourself to a wide receiver currently playing in the NFL, who do you think that would be and why? I mean, I can't tell you how many comparisons I've heard of, like, a Julian Edelman or a Wes Welker, man.
Yeah, I get the same ones every time. Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, Danny Mendola, I even heard Victor Cruz, and to be honest, if you're comparing me to any of those guys, I'm pretty happy. They're successful wide receivers in the NFL, and they all have a role on their team to where they excel. And I think I could play inside, outside, just like Julian and Danny, and I think I can do both. So it's hard to say who I play like. And honestly, I play like Erik Lora. I just want to go out there, I catch the ball, do whatever I can to win some games for my team.
Let's say there's an NFL general manager out there listening to this interview. Why should he want Erik Lora, wide receiver out of Eastern Illinois, on his team?
Well, I'm an intelligent player that plays with his head on his shoulders. I catch the ball. There's no question about that. And I'll give my arm and my leg for my team, and I'm willing to play whatever they want. For me to have a role on a winning team.
How excited are you for, not only your pro day to take place, but the NFL Combine, the NFL Draft? I mean, like you said, man, this is a dream come true, and I got to think you're really enjoying this experience and just, embracing it.
I get that a lot. Everyone tells me, enjoy this, it's an experience, you'll never feel it again, and I really am, but it's hard to when you're putting so much effort and so much work and so much focus into it. It's no longer a game, it's a job. So, I'm enjoying the experience, and I'm getting to know a bunch of, guys who've been playing around the country and stuff, but it's a job, and I come to work every morning with my head on my shoulders ready to work.
Hey, Erik, man, we've been in contact for a while, and I'm really happy to see all the success that you've been able to have at Eastern Illinois at the East-West Shrine game, and I'm certainly wishing you nothing but the best, man. I sure hope we keep in touch. Now, before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to plug on the air for myself and our listeners?
Christian Felt's the man. He hit me up since the beginning, and he sees potential, and he's a great guy. And if you ever have a chance, get on his radio and PR yourself. Get your name out there. He'll do it for you.
Hey, Erik, man, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, and once again, best of luck to you, man.
No, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.